Okay, so this is my organic urban compost and garden continue number 3, video 3. This is week 3. Today is May 23rd. May 24. Approximate time 8:23. I am in St. Petersburg, Florida. Of course, this is my background, and this is my mini urban garden. I haven't started working on putting seeds in my trough yet because my urban compost isn't quite there yet. What I did today is, because it's very dry, is I kind of left it open so that it could get some moisture in, which I think I may start doing on a bi-daily basis, just so that it can get some moisture in there and possibly help with breaking down the items in here. But actually, so far this seems to be breaking down very well. I've added a little bit of clippings to it. This is the result of a red potato that I'm growing, and it actually started out just being a potatoes and spuds. I've had to upgrade my pot 3 times because this plant is just growing, and this is all based on just soil and based on soil as well as just food clippings that I put in that I mentioned on the previous video. I'm going to pause a moment so that I can get my plant staying straight up. Back in a moment. Oops. Okay, continue recording. And so these are just some clippings I took out of the kitchen that I made recently. They're just garlic cloves, which I'm throwing in. Some yellow onions that I'm also throwing in. Container, just average container that I bought at Dollar Tree for, guess how much? $1. Woohoo! So tossing that in, and this is just a coffee pot, which you can use coffee grounds, so it's better than throwing it out. And pause video. And continuing video. So what I did is, with the organic garden, I just simply added some vegetable clippings that I made a couple days ago, and for the convenience purposes, I just throw them in a container. I did have soil in here, but that was how this whole organic compost got started. What I did is throw in some of the vegetables. Also, these are tea bags. These are Lipton tea bags. They're the organic ones. You can put tea into your garden, and you can actually put the tea bags in here as well. I simply broke them down just to make them easier to break down the compost faster. And mixing this into the soil. And also, this is just a coffee pot. If you have one of those individual coffee makers that you put the pods in, this is a Starbucks caramel macchiato. Shameless plug for Starbucks. And all you're doing is just emptying this out. You can't see too well, sorry about the quality of the video. But basically, just empty this out as much as you can. You can actually put it in your little compost. Like I said, if you don't want to go back and forth for purposes of just making it convenient. And basically you're going to mix it in like so. Just simply mixing. A little challenging to do it one hand, sorry. And basically you're gonna mix it in. You want to have the fresh earth. Ooh, that's a bad video. But basically you want to have the fresh earth on top and meaning the stuff on the bottom, and have the stuff on the top switch to the bottom. Now I did this earlier, so I'm not being too aggressive with it. Also with this, I'm just using a trough. I think this is what these are called, or a mini shovel to do the stirring. When I am irrigating, I use my claw hammer. It kind of looks like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, like something Freddy Krueger had. Hello, my children. So I just use this to claw into the earth and basically just making holes with it. Again, it's all about letting air get in here and mix in with the earth, so that the compost, the items in the compost can break down and eventually make this so I can put the contents of the soil into my trough as well as to my other pots. Going back to this is a red potato plant, and it was really drooping. I couldn't figure out why. I thought at first it was because, maybe I was overwatering it, but then when I got my hands in the soil, it felt dry, but not like super dry. And what I did is I did some research, and it mentioned that like if the leaves were dying or drooping, that it meant that that's possible that the potatoes growing. See, it looks like this. It was drooping, which I cut. So, but it was drooping, and I thought it was because, from what I read, it says that it means that that this may be ready for harvest, one of the potatoes. But when I dug in there, I only saw that the original potatoes that I put in there expanded, but not enough to grow. So what I did was I did a little more research, and basically when a plant is starting to droop like that, it also means that it's not having enough room to expand. So what I did is I upgraded. I went from pot number, I guess you say that's pot number 3, and this is pot number 4. So I don't have the diameters to tell you what size this is, but medium pot. I don't want to jostle it too much to traumatize it. But when I unraveled the plant, you could see that the vines were coiled around. So from what I'm reading or what I read on the website, it seems that my red potato plant just wasn't happy because the roots weren't getting the room it needed to expand. So I put this in a bigger pot. So if I were going to label this a pot size, I would say this is like a medium sized pot, because my pot over there is bigger than this one, both in height and in size. Hopefully this isn't looking too crazy when I post it. Still haven't quite figured out this whole camera thing yet, so again, I humbly apologize. And going back to my compost, just to wrap up, I was going to try planting the roots to see if that worked from the part that I cut off with the potato, but my instincts are saying just to not do that, and just to go ahead and toss it in the compost. And hopefully in a few more weeks it will break down and give new life into the soil, so that I can begin working on my other, putting seeds in this. So I'm hoping to do that about second week of June or so. Just depends on how lazy I'm not. So anyway, any comments or feedbacks or that you may have where my compost is concerned, always welcome to hear it. Any questions, that's cool too. And until next time, enjoy, happy gardening, and bye for now.